April 8th, 2025. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And this is just tonight. Went up to CC's Pizza in Liberty, come back. And on the way back here, several things. I wanted to show this. I ran out of basically space on my tablet. That's why at the end, this was at the end at the other video when I was talking about the security at the zoo. And I'm going to back this up just a hair so you can see this. But I mean, this is always a nonstop deal here in Kansas City, in Independence, Missouri. We just had a fire truck go down here just a little bit ago. It's a little past, let's see what time it is. It's about 10:38, so it's about maybe 10:15. Just went down here on East 47th Street South too. So hold on. All right, guys, what you're going to see here, I got to hurry. I only got 11 minutes here. I'm getting off down here at 435 and 23rd Street exit down here. And, you know, it never fails. I mean, if you don't have one thing, you have something else here. And as I turn here, got a vehicle off to the left setting. I'm going to show that here in a second as we get up here. See this vehicle right here? It was just sitting there. This one had a white guy in it. And, you know, like I say, they still dealing those drugs. They have to use this area as a place. As we got past further on up, I could go back to the other SD card and show it. But then this pulled away after we went through. But just another thing. As you can see here. Then we also got a homeless out here too. Let me see if I can bring this in a little bit. It's going to make things a lot brighter. But then I want to put the speed down so this thing don't get away from me here. So this vehicle's sitting there. Well, sitting there on the ramp over there by there. And then this here, just another thing. Let's get on down here. Oh yeah, that's right. There was another one here too. I forgot about that. Isn't that strange? Sorry about that, guys. It's kind of hard holding the mouse, trying to hold the tablet and everything. But this one here. I don't know. You see, well, it's because they were dealing drugs up here in this station up here, and they kicked them out, which is a good thing. They don't need to be back up in there in that station doing all that. But then guess where they come? Out here. Well, then Kansas City, Missouri needs to be running this area and checking it out. Now we're here at the station. It was clear tonight. But see, they just come outside here on the sides. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, they should be able to get some of these people. They really should. Now, hold on. Okay, guys. So getting back down here by Gordman's and Toys R Us. It's pretty quiet tonight. But was it quiet early this morning before I went to the zoo? No, it was not. We got to find that SD card, so hold on. Okay, guys, this was early this morning. And, oh yeah, it don't matter. This parking lot has always got something going on in it. You go up there at 3 a.m. usually, or 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. There's stuff going on. Now, you think that's on the legit? I mean, really? So, let's go ahead. I'm going through. I got my, okay, there's a person in that vehicle. The vehicle over there. Hold on, guys. And we had another vehicle that comes speeding up here. Now, the thing of it is, some of these vehicles go up and down East 47th Street all night long. Now, this guy, I went on down over here back towards McDonald's, and this guy, he looked like he picked a homeless guy up in the parking lot. This didn't look like, it was weird. But hold on. Okay, guys, now this is over at those apartments. And this guy, like I say, he looked like he was homeless. Maybe he was just dressed that way. Maybe he was living over there, but I don't know. In this vehicle, what I thought was really weird how it comes zooming across through Gorman's parking lot. And like I say, it's just something. I'm sure that some of the drugs, other stuff lead back to these apartments over here too. I mean, some of the stuff just like down to the Chrysler apartments down there, from like where 7-Eleven is. But who knows? Oh yeah, guys, we don't want to forget this. I went down here by a Waterfall Park this morning, and there was a gal in this vehicle. Now, this is where they sit back here. Some of them deal the drugs. This had an out-of-state tag on it too, and just found this kind of interesting. I don't know. I mean, it looked funky to me. And you have to ask yourself too. There's a gal. It was a white gal in this vehicle, and person looked about 50 years old. Now, if you're a white gal and 50 years old, why would you come back here and back up in here to the woods and be sitting over there? I mean, isn't that just a little suspicious down here off this Waterfall Park entrance early in the morning? I don't know. But I mean, it just seems like this area here, they should have never made this an area where people could pull off whatsoever, because this is just a disaster here, because this is where they go. This is where, and this is just another breeding ground or another point where they can deal drugs and stuff. Not good, guys. All right, guys, I think you can probably see that pretty good now. But then there was like I say, a gal about 50 years old, sitting in here, white gal. Now, I mean, common sense, guys, common sense, man. I mean, what are they doing? Well, yeah, we know what they're doing. I mean, and it's being allowed to go on here too. I mean, this should be being questioned. I mean, the police should be going by saying, "Yeah, you broke down. What are you doing? Do you need help here?" And, finding out. And then this would give them enough time just to kind of run the tag, see if the tag matches the vehicle, see if the car is stolen, see whatever else. Nothing being done. That looks weird, man. Looks weird. I mean, I'm a guy. I wouldn't want to back up over there in that corner of that woods. But a gal backing up and over in the corner of the woods? That's kind of weird. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up pretty quick. This was down here. This was today, April 8th. And as you can see, they were still over there doing their thing. Now, this doesn't look like the old guy, the old one supposed to be a vet. This looks like somebody else over here panhandling. So hold on. All right, real quick, guys. This is 63rd Swap and Shop over by where they used to play movies and stuff at the drive-in. But what I'm going to make a comment of real quick is that they've cut a whole bunch of this brush down. You know why they cut a brush down? Because they had this gated. And in the wintertime this last year, when they had it gated, they were dealing drugs and they couldn't get in. They broke in through this thing several times, but they kept fixing it. I noticed they were fixing it today again when I come back from the zoo. But on top of that, get this. They were pulling their cars up here. Now, because they couldn't get in, and they were hiding back behind these bushes. Now, on down here, you can't see that now because they've cut a whole bunch of it down. It looks a lot better. But hold on. All right, guys. Now, when I come back, they were welding on this over here. It looked like somebody had broke it. But you can see the trash where they keep dumping and stuff. Not good. All right, guys. When I come back from the zoo, there is another guy. This is a different guy. And this guy panhandling down at this end, underneath that bridge. I mean, it's like some of these people, I don't know where I actually seen a couple times, I seen somebody dropping them off, like in a vehicle, like in a van. I don't know. Weird. All right, guys. And over here where you see these two vehicles over here now, there's a guy. He had a welder out. He was welding on that right there. So just to let everybody know that this was just today. All right, guys. Here's old swamp monkey. I think some of these people, they need to get into the light where the swamp monkey's at. Anyway, guys, keep your eyes open. Stay safe out there.